Hello and welcome to the Jordan Experience podcast. My name is Shore Jordan, and we are back for the 2022-23 school year. We are also back for yet another year of the Jordan Experience. Just as a refresher, I run this podcast through GNN here at Goshen High School, and we run through some topics. We run through some interesting stories. Maybe we touch a little bit about on my life. We had a lot of guests on last year. I would encourage you, if you're new, to go check out those episodes. They're very good. Anyway, I didn't really have any specific topics to just jump right into. After all, it is the first episode of the new year, so I figured I would touch on what these future episodes are going to look like, and some ideas I have for the future, as well as, maybe some ways to get some of you all, the audience, involved in some things that I've got planned. So with that being said, let's jump right into the general podcast structure. As I just said, last year we had a lot of guests on. Unfortunately, there probably won't be as many guests on this year as last year because we're lacking that D lunch. So there's going to be less time for me to, plan it out and be able to find time in people's schedules that they can come down here and get on the show. Of course, it'll still happen. Of course, I'm going to reach out to people and try and get them on, and we can talk about, a variety of topics as I did last year. But it probably won't be basically every episode like I did last year. So, just overall, probably less guests. However, because I started halfway through last year when I joined GNN, there's going to be more time this year because now I have from the beginning of the school year to the end to do a lot more than I did. So, yes, we're going to be losing an amount of guests as, as density-wise, but I think we'll have close to the same amount, if not probably more, because of the amount of time that I'll have over the course of the year. So, let's talk about some upcoming ideas let's talk about the episode first, and then I'll touch on some of my other ideas in a second. So, episodes, if it's a guest on, I typically it's an interview, or something they did or something they're interested in, or it's a friend of mine and we have a conversation. So that's pretty self-explanatory. But typically the segments, my podcast episodes are rather short because I know not a lot of people want to sit there and listen to, a 30, 45-minute podcast. Number one, I don't have the time for that. And number two, it's not, people just don't want to listen to that. People are busy, and I understand that. So I try to make it snack-sized, if you will. And with that being said, the segments and actual episode structure typically are a 1 to 2 maybe topics that I have that I'll try to segue between them. Maybe it's something that happened in my life that I just kind of want to share or talk about. Maybe it's something interesting that I read about. Maybe it's, something somebody told me. Maybe it's, I don't know, something that's going on at school and I want to talk about it. Obviously nothing negative. Maybe it's just something I want to promote if there's something going on or an announcement that I have to make. So, it's I try to keep it basic because it keeps people's attention, and it's not long, and it's, generally speaking, not that boring. So, there's that. Moving on, I haven't got the gears turning on this yet, so I can't make any promises, but instead of just doing the podcast as I do weekly, I want to be able to move the Jordan Experience name, if you will, the brand, into something a little bit more, and turn this channel into, yes, I'm going to still do the podcast, but also I want to be able to do some creative things. Me and my friend Trenton, great dude. Me and him have been, joking about recently about making some possible skits, some comedy ones, some drama ones, and just uploading them on the channel for fun. And it's, like 5 or less minute sketches that are just like, that you can just sit there and go, hee, that was pretty funny. Or it's just like an interesting take on something. We've already got some ideas rolling. I just need to, get it set up, basically. Talk to the right people. Obviously, get everything ready to go. But this is where you all would come in the sense of I want to be able to provide you guys with a way to contact. I mean, obviously, you can email me. It's 2023 Troy Jordan, at warriors.goshenlocalschools.org, and ask questions about anything, anytime. As well as, I mean, I don't really want to plug my personal Instagram, but DM the Jordan Experience Instagram if you want to be on. Please don't say anything horrible or mean. But if you're actually genuinely interested and you want to take part and you have an idea about a skit or something, we're always looking. I would be looking for new people to be in this because it would make no sense if I was the lead in everything that I want to do. Like, I want to be able to share the wealth a little bit. So we've got that moving forward. Definitely going to try and do that. But I want to get more people involved. Not everybody just wants to see me all the time. I don't want to see me all the time. I don't want to hear me all the time. So getting new bits and segments and just continuing on with the podcast this year. I've been looking forward to it. I thought last year I did pretty good, but this year we're just looking to improve upon it. And now that we have more time, like I said, we are just ready to go. I'm ready to go. And I've had a lot of great ideas over the summer, especially coming up with things that I can do. So, be ready. Be ready. Make sure you follow that Instagram. I'll try to actually utilize it. I didn't really do much with it last year, but I want to, keep people updated on posts and sketches. And if we're looking for some talent to take part in it, if you're interested, of course. But yeah, we're just building off of last year and trying to, make something worth remembering, I guess, is what I would use. So, obviously not the most entertaining segment. Obviously next week I will start with the actual episodes. Obviously the bigger segments and skits things won't come soon. It's a little further down the road, but it will happen. But yeah, obviously just an introduction episode. Nothing too special, but it has to be done. Next week, look for the content. I will try and get some interesting topics that people actually want to hear about. So, thank you all for joining me. I'm looking forward to this year. Reach out. I appreciate it. This opportunity that I have to be able to do this last year and this year is incredible. So thank you, truly. Thank all of you. So, episode 1, done. So, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day. Keep updated with what we're going to do. Reach out. Thank you all.